Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm excited about bringing on my first guest and networking with everybody out there today. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We're going to share the show later on. My first guest has been on with me now several times. I have with me Matt Christensen, and you are a certified legal document preparer. You want to tell everybody first a little bit about yourself. How many people out there are getting a divorce? How many people out there, maybe you're thinking about that? Let's talk a little bit about first you and what makes you a little different, and also what we're going to talk about today. Listen up, everyone.
Well, hi, Carol. It's been a while.
Thank you.
I think 2 weeks now. My name is Matt Christensen. I am a Arizona certified legal document preparer. I'm certified by the Arizona State Supreme Court to prepare legal documents without needing an attorney's assistance. And what I do is I obviously we're talking about divorces today.
Yeah.
So I put together consent decree divorces or the longer divorces, but my preference is consent decree divorces because they are stress-free for the people that are getting the divorce. They're easy and they're quick. As long as you don't want to argue and fight over something, it's the absolute best way to go and the least expensive.
Well, let me say this. What we want to talk about is why it's so important, especially if you're friendly, if you can be friendly, right? To use someone like you, because a lot of people, they think they just have to go through an attorney.
Right. I get inquiries all the time from people that say, it's my age group, so I don't want to call them old, but they're not as young as they used to be.
Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead.
But typically, they've been married for a while and they just going their separate ways. They're not mad at each other. They don't have any issues. But maybe one wants to stay home and play golf, and the other one wants to travel a lot. And their needs or their desires for their life have changed. And they're not arguing, they're not upset at each other. They just want to get a divorce so that they can go their own way.
What's the difference between getting obviously an attorney and going through a long process like that and someone like you? Okay,
so once again, if you want to do a consent decree, it's quick, it's easy, and there's no fight to it. You both agree, and we sit down in the office.
How long does it normally take? How long? Like, let's say somebody comes in, they're thinking about that right now. They're listening to here, and they're going, you know what? I have no reason to fight. So I think going through someone like him would be perfect.
Right.
What is the timing between from start to end? Because there's a lot difference when you go into with an attorney.
Absolutely. So the minimum amount of time the courts allow from the filing to the decree is 60 days. It's a cooling off period in case you want to change your mind. So my typical consent decree divorces, it takes 3 or 4 days to prepare the paperwork. I submit it, and about 61 to 65 days later, it's done.
Bada bing da, bada boom.
If you go through an attorney, it's a lot more process to it. So there's discovery, there's financial documents that have to be swapped back and forth. It depends on what kind of attorney you have as to how far in depth you go. But I've seen divorces go 12 to 18 months that way.
Terrible. And expensive.
And expensive.
With you, it's not.
No.
We also want to talk a little bit about how the process works. Once you finish everything and you've got it all done, do you then file for them, or how does that work? Okay,
I do a one-stop shop. So I do the filing. Depending on what's going on, a lot of times I have one of the people move out of town. So I have the documents returned to me, and then I get the documents, the final decree to the person, my customer.
Now, I'm going to give out your information. we're excited to, we want to make sure, can I go up to aznoFightDivorce.com?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because we've been waiting for this, so we're really excited about the new website up. And his phone number is 480-933-3131. It's aznoFightDivorce.com. And folks, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people out there that you really don't necessarily need to have an attorney. I want people to also hear just a little bit about you, your background, first of all, thank you for your service. I know a little bit more about you than they do. So tell them a little bit about that, because when you're gonna work with somebody, first of all, they wanna know that they can trust you and all of that. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so I'm an Arizona native. I grew up in Tempe. I was appointed to West Point. I went to the United States Military Academy, graduated from there with a degree in economics. Served my time in the Army as I was airborne, and I was down in Panama when Noriega was doing this thing. Once I got out, I became a police officer, following in my family tradition. My father was a police officer. My brother was a police officer, and I did 30 years as a police officer. Then I retired, and I realized that when you sit down at about 57 years old and say I'm retired, you get bored really fast.
A lot of us baby boomers, we get bored fast because we're used to working.
Right. So I looked at my skill set that I had from being a police officer, and one of the things that I did well was prepare legal documents. So I went to school for paralegal, got my certification, took my test with the state, and became a certified legal document preparer.
When you work with people, do you work valley-wide, statewide? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I go as far north as Payson and as far south as Tucson.
Okay.
I'm centered in Chandler, but yeah, I go where the customer needs me.
So, but you're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. You do free consultations. His phone number is 480-933-3131. The website is aznoFightDivorce.com. I can't believe it, but we're already at a break almost here. So we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit further. I do want to talk about the golden rule and what you think about that.
Absolutely.
Okay, I wrote that down the last time that you were here. Folks, you don't necessarily have to go with an attorney, not always, especially if you're not fighting. And it just makes sense to have somebody who can do it for you quickly, not only quickly, but less expensive, right? That's what it's all about.
Less stressful.
And stressful. Because one thing I could say about divorce, it can be pretty stressful.
It truly is.
It can be. But you know what? If you're not fighting, go to his website, check him out. It's aznoFightDivorce.com, or call him at 480-933-3131. Hang tight. We'll be back in just a minute. Question to ask you. The last time we were doing this estate plan, do you do anything as a anything that you want to do for the giveaway here for no?
Yeah, I give for vets. I
Vets?
give a $50 discount.
Okay. Okay, perfect. One-stop shop. I like that. So we'll now open up the lines and we'll let them know. If you're a vet, you can call in. We'll do it that way.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Didn't do the first half, but we'll do the second. Okay. So also, you said that divorce is a math problem.
Yes.
That's all it is. So I want to talk a little bit about that when we get back.
Sure.
As well.
Is this a 5-minute break or?
No, not that long. So this little talkie button is not working really? Yeah, no, it's not working.
Oh, he said it was.
Okay, well, we had two different things going on. Okay. I forgot what I'm gonna ask you now, forget it.
Phone call.
Phone call. Oh, no, I'm gonna do that. I'll do that.
Oh, okay.
I'll do that.
I thought he needed to know that.
No, he doesn't really need to. I can tell. We're gonna open up the lines to the audience for me to let people call in. He'll hear me do it. we never tell anybody beforehand. Because sometimes in the middle of something, it happens, we use, do you have a giveaway or something like that?
Mhm.
I have a little thingy. It's going around.
I think it's just allergies.
Yeah, I know. I had a sinus and allergy doctor on my show yesterday. A sinus and allergy doctor on my show yesterday. And we
Mhm.
were talking about this stuff, and some of it, you won't believe it, is silent acid reflux that you don't even, yeah.
Really?
Yes, yeah, he told us.
Well, that's
Right on
not
air.
bad.
No?
No, I can guarantee it's not acid
Believe
reflux
you.
with me.
Back in 45.
Yeah. How do you know? Have you ever heard them?
No.
Oh, they're fun. They're coming on tomorrow. I'll tell you about them. So welcome back, everyone. We're going to open up the line to the audience right now, and we're going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. If you are a vet, okay, he gives veteran discounts, and he gives $50 off what is already low price. So what we're going to do is open up the lines in the audience. Maybe you know somebody who's thinking about having a divorce, and maybe they're a little bit more friendly than not. So it's called a no-fight divorce, was what we're talking about here. And our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Maybe it's you or someone that you know. Call in here and maybe get this for you or someone. I'll tell you something, it's awesome. I want you to also talk a little bit about, you said we were talking about the golden rule and what you mean about the golden rule.
Okay, so the golden rule is do unto others as you'd have them do unto you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my customer service statement. So I give my customers the same thing that I would want for services and advice, although I can't give legal advice. But when we talk through what's going on, I just try to make it easy on everybody.
And you're there to help them in any way you can.
Yes, I am.
Now, we were also talking a little bit about how divorce is actually just a math problem. Let's talk about what you mean by that.
Okay, so Arizona State they've got several of them now. It started out with just a matrix for child support. So you see income levels and how many days you're staying with the child's staying with you. And from there, you would just plug it into their matrix, and it would come up with how much each person has to give in child support. It's continued now where they do the same thing for spousal support. So it turns into, when people are talking about, oh, I got this for spousal support, or I got that for child support, it's all a math problem. It goes into the computer, and the judge looks at what the computer says, and as long as you're in line with that, that's what you're gonna get.
If you're not fighting, this is the way you should go. It's a lot less money, it's a lot less stressful as well, and it's a lot quicker. So we've got our lines open here for anyone who's a vet. You're getting $50 off. That's a discount from his already low price. And our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You can check him out on his website. It's aznofightdivorce.com. You can also call him. He does free consultations. Works valley-wide, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. His phone number is 480-933-3131. So how much does it generally cost to get a divorce?
For me, if you have children, it's $1,300. That includes all the filing fees, Mailing fees, the court makes you put stamps on all the stuff to send it in, and that can get costly. If there needs to be certified documents sent, I take care of that too. That's on the consent decree type. I charge $1,500 for non-consent decree types, because that includes having to do service on the spouse and some other hoops you have to jump through.
Well, that's pretty low. Could you say, yeah, because an attorney, if you go through an attorney, that's usually how much money?
I've
A lot.
got friends that are, they're well over 10 grand.
Really? Ooh, so you see, right here, is that the way to go? I think it is. And if you want to, again, you got, make sure you're not fighting. That's the one thing that we're talking about. It's aznofightdivorce.com. Call him. His phone number is 480-933-3131. And you're getting, if you're a vet, you get $50 off his already low price. So 602-277-5369. Okay, so what do you provide? That we're going to talk about when you do all of that, you're doing, let's make it clear for them. You're doing pretty much all the work.
I am. The only thing I need to sit down with people and discuss the vision of like the house. Is it going 50-50, or is one of the spouses keeping it, and is one making a payoff to the other? Once again, it goes down to a math problem. And then I sit down and we talk about division of real property and regular property. Like who gets the gun safe and who gets the bedroom set. I mean, there's, some people have very intense feelings about specific property. And we just go through it and decide on who gets what, and it's usually pretty simple.
Do people generally call you first, have a consultation, come in, talk again, and then come back, or do they what do they need to bring to the table for you?
Okay, so I like to do a lot of things using the internet. So I have a questionnaire that I send once people decide that they want to go this route, and it kind of covers everything that's in the divorce, and both parties fill it out, and that way they can basically come to agreement before they come to my office. They send it back to me, I complete the paperwork, I send it out for review, and if they're good with it, they come into the office and sign.
That's awesome. It's pretty quick, guys. And he always serves you by what he calls the golden rule. You can call him at 480-933-3131. He does free consultations, and he's offering for right now for everyone who calls in throughout the rest of the show. If you are a vet, he does a veterans discount of $50 off his already low price of getting a no-fight divorce here in Arizona. It's awesome. So call in here, and our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Now, I know it's not a weed whacker, but at the same time, you might be, thinking about something like this. Call in and get the discount. Maybe it's you or someone that you know.
Yes.
Yes, you have to be a vet on this, but you know what? We all know a lot of people, especially the veterans. I don't know, it's just so sad.
It is.
But, and you're one yourself. You know what that's like. So he offers a little discount for them of $50 off his already low price of what they call a no-fight divorce here in Arizona. And check him out on the website. It is aznofightdivorce.com. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. You do all sorts of things, Today we are talking about no-fight divorce, but you also do, you want to just mention that?
Oh, I also do trusts. I help people with conservatorships, primarily for children that are turning 18 and need a conservatorship. I cover the gambit. I do deeds, help people.
Estate plans, all sorts of things.
Yeah, I do the estate planning. I get a lot of people, since we have a lot of snowbirds, they have a trust that's maybe out of state, and they wanna see whether or not it'll work for them in Arizona, or they just wanna change something on it. So I help them with that as well.
Well, he makes it a one-stop shop for you. So all you have to do is give him a call, have that consultation, and then fill out the paperwork, is basically all the questionnaire is what that is. Send that back. He'll do a little math work for you and find out exactly where you stand, and then you can approve everything and it's done.
It's done.
So that's pretty good. And again, you already made it so low. You want to tell them again the price, because it's really good.
Okay, so if you have children, so I have to do the calculation on the children, it's $1,300 for a consent decree.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have children, or your children are over 18 and they're not considered in the math problem, then I only charge $1,100.
So it's very, very affordable. If you are a vet, or if you know someone who's a vet, he's given a $50 discount, so call in here, and I'm gonna let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. And our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. He is valley-wide, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and he is one of our, you are ex-cop. Right?
I'm an ex-cop.
Yeah, you sure are. But you know what? You have, and that's another thing that you bring, is that what's from your heart right there. What are your final words for everybody out there?
Yeah, don't fight if you're getting a divorce. Just make it easy on everybody, each other, the kids. Give me a call.
Do you ever find when, you're working with somebody and they were fighting, and then maybe they heard or met you or what have you, and they thought, you know what, we really don't need to be fighting? Have you worked with anybody like that?
Yes, I've had several clients that went through the beginning stages with attorneys, and they realized that they didn't need to fight, and they gave me a call, and we took it from there.
Yeah, and you don't have to necessarily pay that kind of money for an attorney if it's the right scenario. And I think that's where you come in, where you're going to sit down, have that consultation, find out where everybody stands. No fight divorce, that's what we're talking about here. And we've got our lines open here for anyone who is a VA, a vet, and also if you know someone. So our number here is 602-277-5369. You're getting $50 off his already very low price. And again, it's 602-277-5369. He is valley-wide. He is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. He's going to do a free consultation for you. You can call him at 480-933-3131. You can also check him out on his website. He'd love you to go there. It's brand new. We just opened it up again like about 2 weeks ago or so.
Yeah, about 3
So,
weeks ago.
yep, and so he would love you to go up there and check him out. It's aznofightdivorce.com, or call him at 480-933-3131, or call in here and get that discount.
Good job.
Yeah, we did okay. Hold on tight.